Okay, let's begin with our next topic, magnetization and magnetic intensity. Now here magnetization is being denoted by capital M and magnetic intensity is denoted by capital H. These two are different quantities. Now here magnetization means what? Since we have seen that in our last video we have seen about the basic concepts of magnetism. So in that I have already explained what these quantities are meaning. Okay. So magnetization is nothing but it is a ratio of magnetic moment, or you can say net magnetic moment, to the volume of the specimen. So like that only how you can write the formula. So capital M is equal to net magnetic moment, or here you can write it as mz. Okay, so M net divided by volume. This is the formula for magnetization. Now magnetic intensity. Magnetic intensity means what? Okay, so magnetic intensity is nothing but we can define it as H is equal to small m into capital I. This I is nothing but it is a current and N is nothing but number of turns. So this is the formula for whom? Magnetic intensity. Magnetic intensity in the different way we can say that it is nothing but a strength of magnetic field. Okay, so H is equal to Ni. Now if we take a solenoid and that solenoid we are converting into a circular form, then that solenoid is called as what? It is called as toroid. Okay, so for a toroid, then a magnetic field, or you can, yes, magnetic field. Okay, so the magnetic field inside a toroid. Now how this toroid looks? It looks like this. This is a circular rod, and on this number of turns of wire are wounded on it. Okay, this is called as what? Toroid. And how is solenoid? Solenoid is a rod and on which, yes, number of turns of wires are wounded. This is solenoid, this is toroid. So according to this, you can say that the magnetic field inside a toroid, it will be, yes, it will be capital B. Then it is equal to, this will be called as B naught. So B naught is equal to mu naught N I. N is nothing but number of turns on that toroid and I is nothing but the current which is going to flow from it. So B naught is equal to mu naught Ni. So from this equation, using this magnetic intensity Ni, we can substitute in this equation. So it will be B naught is equal to mu naught, yes, it is H. Or in other words or in other form, you can write mu naught is equal to B naught upon H. Okay, so this is the magnetic field inside a toroid. Just remember this equation and this equation. We are going to need this equation in the next derivation which we are going to see. Now let us see the next topic, that is magnetic susceptibility. Magnetic susceptibility. Magnetic susceptibility. It is nothing but it is a measurable quantity or measure of magnetic field. Magnetic susceptibility is denoted by this symbol, and this symbol is called as what? Xi. Okay, so magnetic susceptibility is the ratio of, it is a ratio of magnetization to the ratio of, to the, yes, magnetic intensity. So this is the formula for magnetic susceptibility. So from this we can write mz is equal to xi into h. Okay, just remember this equation, also this equation. Okay, this we are going to need. So we have find out the formulas for magnetization in terms of magnetic intensity and magnetic susceptibility, then we have the formula for magnetic susceptibility, and we have removed the formula for the toroid, that is magnetic field inside the toroid. We are going to need that all equations. Okay. Now let us see what is the relation between the permeability and magnetic susceptibility. Relation between relation between permeability and susceptibility. Okay, so there are two types of permeability: permeability of free space and permeability of material. So permeability of free space is denoted by mu naught, and permeability of material, it is denoted by mu. Okay, so now if we take a specimen, that is magnetic specimen, so that if that magnetic specimen is placed into an external field, okay, so what will be the total magnetic field, or you can say resultant magnetic field? So that resultant magnetic field will be, so if we keep a specimen in an external field, then the net resultant magnetic field will be B, which is equal to sum of the external magnetic field plus it is magnetic field induced or induced magnetization. Okay, induced magnetization inside that specimen, it will be denoted by M. Okay, so now in induced magnetization inside a specimen. Now if you see that we have the value of B naught, and this also we can remove. So therefore B is equal to B naught's formula. We have seen that B naught is nothing but mu naught H. Okay, and this Bm, it is nothing but mu naught Mz. Okay, so it will be mu naught H plus mu naught Mz. Now here we have the permeability, right? Now susceptibility. Now this formula we have find out this formula by using susceptibility and yes, magnetic intensity before, right? So it will be what is the formula for Xi? It is Xi is equal to mz divided by h. So therefore mz is equal to Xi into h. We can use this equation in this. So therefore B is equal to mu naught h plus yes mu naught mz will be replaced by Xi h. Now here you can see that there are two terms common in this. So let us take the common terms out of this mu naught. Now it will be 1 plus Xi. How it will be 1? Because this mu naught came outside and this h is on, I am writing over here. So therefore here this whole term is common in this. So 1 plus Xi. Okay. So now we have got this equation. Now again one permeability has came, then susceptibility has came. Now what about this mu? Right, so let us take this h on this side. So we will get B upon h, which is equal to mu naught 1 plus Xi. Now this is nothing but B upon h. B is nothing but the resultant magnetic field and h is nothing but the magnetic intensity, which is equal to permeability of the material. So therefore this can be replaced by mu is equal to mu naught 1 plus Xi. So this is the formula which will give you the relation between permeability and susceptibility. Okay, so I think we have done with this derivation and you have understood it.